If you're in your 70s, you're healthy, you're independent, and you're enjoying your life, then this message is for you. You may not feel like you need to talk about aging. Nothing feels urgent, nothing feels broken, but that's exactly why this matters. The most powerful aging conversations don't start in crisis. They start when life is good, when you have clarity, confidence, and choice. This isn't about giving something up. It's about protecting what you've built, your lifestyle, your independence, your ability to make your own decisions. The holidays are one of those few times a year when families naturally slow down, come together. People are sitting around the same table, sharing meals, telling stories, laughing, remembering. And those are the moments that can create a rare opportunity, an opportunity for you to lead the conversation positively, calmly, and on your terms. For many people, aging conversations feel defensive, like you need to reassure others that you're doing fine, or explain yourself, or prove you don't need help. That's not the conversation I'm talking about. This conversation starts from confidence, not concern. It starts with something true and grounding. I love my life. I'm happy with how things are right now, and I want to do what I can to keep it that way. When you frame it this way, you're not predicting problems. You're staying in control of your story. I spent over 20 years working in senior living, and I saw this pattern over and over again. When older adults don't lead the conversation, someone else eventually will. Usually during a stressful moment, usually without full context, and usually with fear driving the conversation. But when you start the conversation early, when nothing is wrong, something shifts. Your family hears your values. They understand what matters to you, and they're far less likely to panic or make assumptions later. Owning the conversation doesn't mean committing to decisions. It means saying, this is my life, and I care enough to be intentional about it. Before I go on, let me pause for just a moment. If what I'm saying resonates with you, if you're in your 70s, you love your life, and you're thinking about how to protect your independence, I'd encourage you to subscribe to this channel. This space is dedicated to thoughtful, practical conversations about aging, not from a place of fear, but from a place of intention and control. And if you're still listening, that tells me that this matters to you. All right, let's continue. You don't need a family meeting. You don't need paperwork on the table, and you don't need all the answers. What you do need is language that reflects confidence and clarity. You might say something like, I've been thinking about how much I enjoy my life right now, and I want to make sure I'm doing what I can to protect it. Or, I'm not worried. I'm actually feeling really good, but I believe staying educated and intentional matters. Or, if something ever changed down the road, I want you to know what's important to me. You're not asking for permission, you're sharing perspective. Now let's talk about the kinds of topics that keep this conversation positive and empowering. Think of these as areas to touch on, not problems to solve. First, your lifestyle. This is where you get to say what you love about your life right now. The freedom, the routines, the things you look forward to, the way you spend your time. You might say, what I love most about my life is the flexibility, or the ability to travel, or the friendships I've built, or my morning routine. When you name what matters to you, you're giving your family context. You're helping them understand what you're trying to protect. Second is independence. Independence means different things to different people. For some, it's living on their own, in their own home. For others, it's making their own decisions. And for others, it's not being a burden. You might say independence to me means being able to choose how I live, or it means staying mentally sharp and physically active, or it means accepting support when it helps me stay in control. This helps your family understand that independence isn't about refusing help. It's about maintaining dignity. Third, your home and environment. You don't need to make any decisions here. We're simply acknowledging that your environment plays a role in how well you live. You might say, my home works really well for me right now, and I want to be thoughtful about how it can support me long term. That one sentence alone removes fear. It tells your family that you're paying attention without suggesting anything needs to change today. Fourth, staying engaged and connected. Social connection is one of the biggest predictors of how well we age, yet it's often overlooked. You can talk about the people, activities, and routines that keep you engaged. The clubs, the volunteering, the friendships, the hobbies. You might say, staying connected is important to me. These are the things that keep me feeling energized and involved. This tells your family that aging well isn't just about health, it's about meaning. And finally, your values. This may be the most important topic of all. What matters most to you? Is it autonomy? Is it comfort? Staying close to family? Privacy? Purpose? You don't need to turn this into a plan. You're simply naming what guides your decisions. These aren't final answers, they're guiding principles. And guiding principles make future conversations calmer and clearer. When you lead the conversation this way, you're giving your family a gift. You're relieving them of the pressure to guess. You're reducing stress before it ever shows up. Most adult children don't want to take control. They just want reassurance. They want to know you're thinking about these things. And when you say, I'm thinking about this because I love my life, you remove fear from the equation. So if you're in your 70s, you're independent and happy now, it's not too early. It's actually the smartest time to have these conversations. Owning the aging conversation doesn't mean something is wrong. It means you're paying attention. It means you value your life. It means you intend to stay in the driver's seat for as long as possible. This holiday season, don't wait for someone else to bring it up. Start from strength, start from gratitude, and start from, I love my life and I want to protect it. That simple shift changes everything. Follow for more from Openly Aging with Allison.